Hey, what's up guys? FormalGuy1 here and welcome to the NASCAR Fantasy Racing League. Just give me 1 second, I'm checking some audio here because I have not streamed in a while. Alright, looks like we are good, so we are ready to start streaming today's race. So I have not streamed in about maybe 3-4 months, maybe even more than that, because we have been in our off season. But now we just started Season 6 this past weekend, and we're going to start doing something new. We're going to start doing the NFRL Race of the Week. So basically, after we do all 4 of our weekend races, we're going to leave it up to the drivers to vote on what race they like the most. And the winner of that race, I will commentate the final stage and ending of it fully. Now, if the Winston race wins the vote, I will do that full-length race, and that's not stages, that's just one long race, so... yeah, if that happens, these videos could get pretty long, but basically last season, I was commentating full-time in the booth. I was not racing, but luckily I'm back on the track now racing because I love this league so much. I love racing in it, so yeah, here we go. Today we are going to show the final stage and ending of the Season 6 Daytona 500. It won the vote narrowly over the nationwide race, but here we go. The cars are formed up and we're going to go green right here. Also, I'm going to go through a lot of things here while we get this race going. We're not going green, we're going green-yellow. Because 4 or 5 cars all just muffed that restart instantly. Alright, so this is the Daytona 500, but this is the 3rd and final stage. So, stage 1 and 2 I'm not showing just because, again, I want these videos to be semi-long and not the full-length race, because, again, that would be absolutely insane to do this every week. But yeah, stage 1, the 4 car of Fabianski won the stage. I'm trying to find him. There he is. So he won stage 1. And then Pudge up here in the 2, well, the 2W car, won stage 2. And yeah, for this race, we had 14 cars when the green flag flew in stage 1. The 16 car had to park. And here we go. Since the caution happened literally right after the green flag, there is no need to do any sort of a pit cycle. But here we go. Also, I'm still trying to get this video set up. I don't know what I'm doing. Come on now. Alright, so for this restart, we have Codine and Pudge on the front row. Then we have Josh and Lone in row 2. And again, these guys don't go in the restart zone. We go when the front row gets to the start-finish line just to avoid any restart BS that could happen. Now again, 14 cars for this 500 is the most cars we've ever had in a Daytona 500 event. It ties for the most cars we've ever had in a point race in this league. Going off, Pudge was able to get to the lead. Lone falls in behind him. Car Freak's going to dive low on the bottom and take 4th place. The 3 car is still stuck on the outside. He's going to get in line behind the, I believe that's the 5 car. Now the 5 car is going to hop to the outside. Look at this 3 car train on the outside. 3v3 for the front pack. Oh, Codine's going to get shifted up by the 5 car. That's getting a little dicey. Oh, Fabi went up into the 5. They're too wide. They're bumping aggressively. There's a car around in the back. Looking up at the track map, it is Hudson, the 66. Now he wrecked by himself. I'm not sure if he's going to call caution. Actually, no, that is a multi-car crash, so that will be a caution automatically. Okay, well, we saw in the middle of the pack there, it looked like Fabi ducked up. I think that was either the 5 car or the 29, but either way, I'm pretty sure that's what caused all of that. And again, we're doing these races, well, the endings of these races. The full length of the ending, not going to include any cutouts or editing to it, so it's just going to be streamed. And again, I have no PC, I have no hardcore, like, streaming where, none of that. It's just me and my PS5. So Pudge is your leader. And now, while we have this time under the caution, we are currently running 4 different series, and we run each one of those weekly. And then we are currently in a 30-week season, and it's going to be the longest season we've ever run in the NFRL. It's going to be a long, pretty tedious season just because there's going to be a lot of racing. Also, the point systems are quite unique for Nationwide and Cup because we completely overhauled them. Now they have their very own point system. It kind of takes influence from a couple of different IRL point systems, and it's its own thing. So now with this new point system, laps led matters, fastest lap matters. It's not simply just running for stage results. Coming down to the start-finish line, green flag is back out. 48 car got a huge shunt from Fabi. Actually, wow, Frankie's going to go to the lead in that 48 Monte Carlo. And again, there was a lot of stuff that happened in the off-season. A lot of these drivers didn't know where they were going to go, what teams they were going to sign with. And Frankie made plans with SKR. SKR is Stuart Keselowski Racing, a new team that just joined the Cup Series. Actually, they joined every series. And Frankie was originally slated to drive on that team, and eventually it just didn't work out, so Frankie decided to start Hendrick Motorsports. And right now he has a pretty good team, as Fabi's going to spin out in turn 4. It is just Fabi, but that will be a caution flag. I think, right? Alright, yeah, cars are slowing down, so there you go. But yeah, Frankie has Hendrick. He has the 88 car, the 24, the 5, and the 48, his car, obviously. The 88 car could not come here tonight. Unfortunately, he's just busy with life obligations, but hey, he's still on the roster. And yeah, down east is your defending Cup Series champion. Now, unfortunately, he's going to be having some surgery done in, I believe it's sometime in May, I think. But yeah, that's going to unfortunately take him off of the track when that happens. So he's going to be running road course races in all 4 series as long as he's able to get home in time. And then after he has his surgery, he's not going to be able to race with us. It's very unfortunate, but he still has now 3 league championships under his belt, including the bus championship. They did not form up that time, so this will be a pit cycle. Frankie's going to get a couple of laps led under his belt. And it sucks partially because I won't be able to live stream the races and get you all that great quality, but, you know, the good side of it is I get to race again. But if I had to pick, I think I would live stream over racing just because I love being able to stream and get these races out to y'all. Right now, Hendrick Motorsports is running 1, 2, 3 after the pit cycle started. 48, 24, and 5. And by the way, yes, that is a number 24 Lowe's car. Those cars are about identical. Well, yeah, they're literally the same scheme, just different numbers and obviously different drivers. So there you go with that. So it looks like Car Freak on back pitted. And there's a lot of cars in this field tonight. Very grateful that all these drivers have signed up for the Cup Series. It's kind of funny. Winston has maybe 8 drivers average. Oshkosh has the least with about 6 to 7. Nationwide keeps gaining momentum. I think Nationwide has 12 to 13 now. And right now, Cup has 14 with a couple of other drivers that might make it that didn't make it tonight. All right, they're coming down to the choose cone. No doubt that Hendrick is going to stay to the inside and line up. Never mind. They are going to split it up a little, and the 5 car is going to go to the outside. There you see the Hendrick cars there together. And again, Frankie's trying to see what he can do with this team. You know, he's the team leader. He's going to be one of the main guys that goes out to the track and tunes every week for the tracks. And we're really going to see what they can do. Also, another thing, since we're not going to show all series, I can go over who won the other series races. So Winston, Pudge in the 88 car won that race. Oshkosh opener, that was also Pudge. He won that in his 2 car. Holy restart. Dear God. Josh is going to get a huge shunt and go to the lead. Car Freak was able to squeeze in between those Hendrick cars somehow. Ooh, Josh is getting a little shaky. Frankie's trying to stay on his bumper. Drathik's way to the outside. They are 3 wide in the back. Drathik almost got clipped. I think that is, I forget who's driving the mellow yellow car. I think that's Puggy. But yeah, Puggy almost sent Drathik to the Shadow Realm. All the cars are pretty even, single file. Okay, again, y'all are seeing this game's netcode pretty easily right now because there's just so much jitter and lag and bumping around, like, dear God. And Josh is going to lead that lap. That will be some bonus points added to his point total after this race. Pudge right now on the outside. Car Freak's under the yellow. Here goes Puggy to the outside. He might try to go with the 2 car. No, Pudge is going to go low, then goes high. Holy crap. Trying to wait for them to get all the way down to this camera that's right in the middle of the track. That is just absolutely terrifying looking from that angle. Drathik to the outside. Oh God, Clutch and Drathik getting together. No way they make it out of this corner. Frankie sideways. Not Frankie, sorry. Fabi is sideways. A car shot all the way to the inside wall. Caution flag is out. That is Puggy that just obliterated that wall. There he is there. Looks like he's okay. He basically just Kyle Bushed that wall. Oh my God. Caution's out. Looks like he's alright. Barely. Oh my, dude, if that would have been a real life crash, oh dude, that would have been, I think that would have been a trip to the hospital. Like, dear Lord. Alright, so he's good. And again, unfortunately, because this is a live stream with no real live streaming hardware, I can't show any replays or anything of stuff that just happened. Actually, wait, this race already happened, so this is actually a replay, so I mean, I could just back up the replay and show it again. You know what? Screw it. This is the first time I'm doing it. Let's do it. We're gonna back this replay up right here. We're gonna watch Puggy's standpoint right here. Hood view. Hard crash up into the outside wall and then just absolutely head-on obliterated that wall on the inside. Now, there is safer barrier there, so it might not have been too bad with IRL, but it still would have been really bad. I didn't know he slammed the outside wall, so basically he did a complete Dale Earnhardt into the outside wall and then did a Kyle Busch to the inside wall. So there you go. That's two big-name driver styles in one wreck. Alright, so while they get back to forming up here, Josh is still leading, Frankie is still in second. Again, Car Freak is somehow in the middle of that Hendrick train right there. So the teams this season are quite interesting. So Petty GMS, they were going to have 4 cars this season, but there was a big dispute after the nationwide race that involved one of their drivers completely backing out, so he will not be here anymore. SKR has all 4 of their cars here tonight. Stuart Keselowski Racing has Car Freak, Drathik, trying to find the rest of them, Pudge back here in 10th, and then where's Clone? Can't find Clone, there he is. So yeah, they have 4 cars, and again, Hendrick has 4 cars, even though they only have 3 here tonight, so that's going to be fun to see the 4-car teams really battling once all of their teammates show up. I do believe nobody's going to stay out of the pits. Never mind, Pudge is going to stay out, and he's going to get a lap led. I'm going to look at the pit stop for the 14 car. No tires. It looks like everybody's taking fuel only just to top off. I mean, you might as well. Car Freak's going to come out in second place. Clone's going to be right behind him. So SKR right now is 1, 2, 3. And then Codine's going to be back here in 4th place. Now, Codine's driving for RCR. And he's driving Kevin Harvick's number 29. And then Fabi's driving for RCR. He's actually the team owner driving Kevin Harvick's number 4. So you have both of Harvick's main numbers in the Cup Series here. And then also in RCR, you have Huds driving the 66 monster car right there. Driving an RCR font 99. So yeah, RCR has all 4 of their cars here tonight, and SKR does as well. And then once Hendrick gets all 4 of their cars, that's going to be 12 cars with just 3 different teams. Alright, so let's look up here as they're going to go through the choose cone here. SKR is going to stay lined up on the bottom. Codine says, screw it, why not? Might as well go up high. Let's see where these boys line up at. Frankie's going to go high. Wow, pretty split agenda here. Actually, wow, way more cars on the inside line. There's only 5 on the outside. They better hope they get up going and get up going quick. Also, I think I saw a couple of you are watching. I'm doing this with different audio settings. Like, there's nobody in the party with me, so I'm not sure how bad or good the race audio is, but it should be the same as always. Here we go. Green flag is out. The outside line did not get that good of a run. Car Freak gave Pudge a huge shunt. Frankie's going to dive low, get behind the SKR train. Codine is absolutely powerless in the outside line. Somebody's up on the wall. That is Huds in the 66. They are 3 wide, it looks like, for 6th place. Huds is sparking. Huds is just on fire. Don't mind that. He's going to fall all the way to the back. I'm trying to look through the middle of this field and just look at how long this train of cars is. Oh, there's no way, no way. If they make it through this corner, I'll be shocked. Frankie goes high. He's going to try to go with the 29 car. That doesn't work. There's a smoking car in the back. That is HUD's in the 66. They are flying. Right now, they're going about 230 down the tri-oval. Just going to make sure that's HUD's. Yep. All right, so he's all good. Oh, boy. Clone is stuck on the outside, but now Draythick is taking Clone's spot. Draythick's going to go to the outside again. Now he's going to dive low. Do I see? Oh, God, there's a big pile up in the back. Holy crap. Puggy is nearly going to die because of HUD's. Puggy is involved. Clutch is involved. Josh. Oh, my God, that took out 200 cars. Van Gogh is there. HUD's is here. Once again, here's the great thing about this replay. We can go back and look at what happened. So let's see what happened. I'm going to watch Clutch back here. He might show the main part of it. Oh, yeah, the 200 cars got together. Van Gogh tried to avoid it. Puggy tried to avoid it. Wow, so I think Josh tried to come down on the 24 car when he wasn't clear, and that just started a 4-car pileup, and HUD's doesn't even lift. He's just flying through there. No matter what he hits, it don't matter. I guess RCR has great budget. All right, well, I'm glad those boys are okay. So, let's see, Josh, looks like he got track reset. That's unfortunate. Looking back through the field, these 3 boys are okay. They just got to catch back up to the field. HUD's is still going at about Mach 14 to get back up to him. All right, so pit road will open this time. Car Freak and Clone, shockingly, are going to go down pit road after they just came down a couple of laps ago. This replay thing's kind of cool. I like being able to go back and look at the crashes. All right, so Pudge and Draythick 1-2. So you got SKR, and then you got RCR in 3 and 4 with Fabi and Codine. Again, it's so almost surreal seeing those 2 different Harvick cars on track at the same time. Again, it sucks that he's retired now, but it's just the legends that we grew up with on track. It's just, they're all disappearing left and right. It just sucks. And also the sun is setting pretty fast here at Daytona. Just looking through the field here. Man, these guys are all spread out. It's unfortunate that Clutch and Josh are going to go to the back. What the heck just flew up past the cars? Was that... Who was that? Was that Puggy? Yeah, I was just trying to go through the field, and all of a sudden this car was about going pace speed, like race speed. Good God. Another thing to mention here is that we do have a Rookie of the Year prize with certain requirements to earn. However, the fastest Rookie of the Year, basically the Rookie of the Year, will win $25 cash, so that's something cool to race for. Now, rookies this season, Hendrick has 2 of them, so... Correction, Hendrick has 3 of them, so they're all going to be trying to race for that prize. RCR has Puggy and Codine. They're both rookies racing for the spot there, so there's going to be a lot of different things each team is racing for in these races. Coming down to the start-finish line. Green flag is back out. Wow, Fabi got a pretty good push from the 29, but it was not able to get him to the lead quite yet. Never mind, it might have been. Fabi's clear. I was about to say, he's trying to stay with his teammate. Actually, he's going to go high again. HUD's is in the wall again, just on fire. I can't tell if Fabi's going to go low or high. Fabi did get low. I was about to say, what's the point in staying with your teammate if you both are going to get screwed out of the lead? You might as well go low. Oh boy, there's some stuff happening in the back of this pack. I think there's a time traveler in some good wrench car. I don't know what that's doing back there. Going through the tri-oval, they're all getting through for now. It looks okay. I'm never going to say it looks good because none of this looks good, dear God. These cars bouncing around. Ooh, Frankie's getting really aggressive with his pushes on the back of Draythick. Yeah, so I can confirm this. I do believe there's going to be a different horsepower and engine package next time we come to this track. Frankie just got turned and spun by the 29. Does anybody else hit him? It looks like it is just him. Wow, somehow he just did about 3 or 4 360 spins. Nobody else hit him. And we are, in fact, going to stay green. Okay, then. Well, the top 4 cars have spread out. They have gotten in front of the second pack, so now we have 2 different packs running in this. Car Freak's hoping the cars behind him can get hooked up. Puggy and Huds just shot way below the yellow line. Obviously, you can't drive down there. It's not a legal part of the track, technically. So you got Josh and Clutch together back in 9th and 8th. I'm not sure if Kodon and Fabi were just trying to pass those top 2 cars, but I would not do that. Looking back here at the 14 car, because he's trying to get these guys together to draft up to the lead pack. We definitely know the SKR cars have speed because they qualified 2 of their guys up in the top 2, so... Yeah, but then Car Freak and Fudge ended up kind of mid to back of the pack. So there is your gap. So there's pack 1, and there's pack 2. They are catching them. Slowly but surely. That 3 cars. Coming across the line, they will complete lap 18 this time. Still a lot of racing to go. And again, this is for the win. Whoever wins this will officially be declared the champion of the Daytona 500. Actually, I don't know why people say that. I know the 500 is just a big coveted event in NASCAR, but like I always... Oh, God! Draythick is sideways and spinning. Car Freak's going to get into him. Everybody else is going to get by okay. Draythick is still spinning. Looking at the track map, it looks like everybody got through it okay. Car Freak took a big blow to the front. Absolutely clobbered that 28 car. That's a multi-car wreck. So that will bring out another caution flag. Wow, Pudge is in the lead. I never saw him get in front of Fabi. That's interesting. Okay, so we have another pit cycle. Wow, Pudge is really low on gas. Holy crap. Clutch is going to stay out in that 24 car, and he's going to get a lap led. So I do believe that all 3 Hendrick cars have led at least 1 lap tonight, so that's pretty cool for their team. Alright, and Clone is the first one out of pit lane for all the drivers that did come down the pits. So basically it looked like Frankie got underneath of Clone and bumped him up from second place in that second pack. And then something happened to Draythick. He just... By the time we got up to him, he was doing cartwheels down the back straightaway. I don't know what that was. Here we go with this choose cone. Clone is going to stay low with the 24 car. That is interesting. Alright, so we have 5 cars lined up on the outside, and then we have 6 on the bottom, and there's actually a car still way in the back trying to catch up. Coming down to the start-finish line here for this restart. Here we go. I'm not sure who's bolting at Mach 7. It is Draythick in the 28 car, but here we go. Green flag is out. The inside line once again got a great start. Now we got 2 Hendrick cars lined up on the outside. Clone somehow is back in 8th place now. I'm not really sure how that happened. 5 cars going to duck to the outside. Ooh, 24 cars getting really shaky. We got 2 rookies right now running 1-2. Oh God, I don't know who that is to the outside. That looks like Puggy. Right now, Fabi's trying to see if he can maybe help his teammate get around the 24. Pudge is just there for fun. He's just looking at these guys battling hard, almost dying. Oh, Car Freak got pushed to the outside. Clone Casper's doing his thing, and a car is spinning around in the back. That might have been Fabi. Josh with a tremendous amount of speed on the outside. Looks like they called caution. Who the heck was that? It was Fabi. Now they all gotta slow down again. Definitely a lot of cars and a lot of crashes and just a lot of action in tonight's race. It was like this for the most part in the series, but like in Nationwide and Oshkosh, there was a few number of cautions, but Cup had the most, easily. Alright, so 3 cars will stay out. Looks like, I'm not sure if Kodine has led a lap yet today, but he will definitely be scored with at least 1 here. And then 2 of the Hendrick boys are going to stay out right behind him. Pudge is going to come out 4th, Car Freak right behind him. SKR is mostly together. Now Drathik is stuck way back here in 11th place. Alright, so... You gotta think, the inside line has the best restarts, typically. So, will Hendrick stay with the 29? And regardless of where Hendrick goes, where are the 3 SKR cars behind them gonna go? I don't know, man, these cautions are happening so often, it almost seems like it doesn't matter where you go. Hendrick is gonna go high! Okie dokie. And look at that, SKR will dive low. The second they saw Hendrick go high, they did the opposite. Drathik is high. Well, I mean, he was back in 11th place, so I guess why not? And how about this? We have just 4 cars in the outside lane. And we have, what is that, 7? I think that's 7 on the inside. Math is hard. I think that's 8 cars on the inside. Holy cow. Alright, so... Again, a front row of rookies, Josh and Kodine. Here we go, coming to the start-finish line. Green flag is out, and also, obviously, since y'all have noticed, it's fully nighttime here, so the Daytona 500 is officially a night race now. Josh is staying pretty even with the lack of pushing power he has. Oh, just trying to stay low. Car Freak trying to stay on him. The Hendrick cars are absolutely stuck on the outside. Josh was able to get low, not really, and there he goes, shooting way below the yellow line. That will be a caution flag out again. It looked like he tried to get low in a spot that wasn't really there, and that's the result. No real need to look back at what just happened there. I'm not sure who he tried to squeeze in front of. It looked like a darker car. It might have been Puggy in the 99. So they just opened pit lane. I can't imagine anybody but the 3 cars going to come down. Drathik and Clutch, a couple of the back runners, they're going to join him as well. And again, we have the full ability to do whatever we want with these cars, and that car the Clone's driving, it's literally a Dale Earnhardt 1998 Daytona 500 car, and I am quite pleased with it. It just looks so good out there. And again, I see people ask all the time, why do we use this car? Because this car that we're driving is actually a Nissan Silvia, but the good thing is there's no Nissan badging on it really anywhere, and it looks like, it kind of just looks like a neutral car. So with the help of a bunch of decals and some really, really artistic people that can work that livery editor, we can make these cars look like the IRL Chevy, Ford, Toyota. Now if this camera could show the front of this car again, I wanted this one to be seen. Lone in that 43 car, he's driving a Pontiac GTO on the Nissan. That 14 car is driving a Mustang. That front car is... I mean, look at this. That's a Chevy SS. That literally looks like a Chevy SS. Like, it looks almost identical to it. And that's all thanks to our amazing car livery guy. Not just for Cup, but he makes liveries all around. Fabianski in that 4 car right there. You see him? Because he races with us, and he makes a lot of paint schemes, and I love him being a part of this league. Here we go. Kodine is still on this front row. Kodine is hungry for this victory. And we're about to come up on halfway on this final stage. That moon is looking really bright back there on this camera angle. Here we go. Green flag is out. I don't know where the 14 went. The 14 just did not go on that restart. Pudge is still able to get out to the lead. He might be able to clear the 29. I don't see him anywhere. It looks like he's clear. He needs to get down low. 48 car's really high up through turn 2. Holy crap. I hate this camera angle. You cannot see to get low. I'm not sure if he was able to get in there. Pudge is finally in front of the 29 car. He's been trying that for a couple of the past restarts. He's finally able to do it. Oh god, trouble in the back. It looks like they are 3 wide, bouncing off of each other. Looks like everybody's fine. There is a little bit of a split up in the packs. So right now, Pudge still leading. And shockingly, Puggy's in the top 4 right now. One of the late starting teams out of RCR. I don't know, man. If you're in this top 4, I would just hold spots. I mean, I know that nobody in here is really teammates with each other except for the 99 and the 29. Puggy got shunted to the outside thanks to the 14 car, and Van Gogh just dailed turn 4. That was a really, really hard lick for that 42 car. I do believe caution is back out. Yep, they're all slowing down. He looks okay for now, but that was a violent crash. It looks like he's alright. Mother of God. It looked like he was to the inside, and then someone got to his outside quarter panel and just hooked him. And again, Van Gogh is one of our best car makers because he is currently making a lot of the IRL schemes for Legacy, what was it called, Motor Club? Disgusting. But yeah, he's running a lot of the IRL 42 schemes, and that is one of the new Dollar Tree schemes that they just showed off. It was either a couple of days ago or about a week ago, but it still looks really great in this game. Alright, so let's see if they do a pit cycle this time. I think they ran 1 or 2 laps under green, so I'm not really sure if they're going to do it. Nobody went outside, so I'm assuming pits are open. Also, somebody asked just in the comments saying, is this a record number of cautions? Well, here's the thing. Stage 1 and 2 aren't shown, and we had an outrageous amount of cautions in those stages. You could almost say that the number of cautions in this stage alone is a caution record. So yeah, this race probably easily had the most cautions we've ever had. And Lone in the 43, he's going to stay out and get at least 1 lap led. Holy. I think it would be easier to tell you the guys that didn't lead a lap in this race. So Lone and Clutch getting Petty and Hendrick up to 1-2 right now. I love how the camera's following the lead cars, but you can hear the engines of the cars coming out of pit lane more. Alright, so I think Car Freak pitted behind the 2 car, and now he's actually in front. That's interesting. So really fast pit crew on that 14 team. Let's see, Pudge, Draythick, make out your top 5. Josh is way back in 8th place. Just looking through the field. Wow, Frankie's all the way back in 12th place. That's kind of insane. Usually don't see that. Clone is back in 10th. That's also something you normally don't see. Alright, but here they come, down to the choose cone. Let's see if these top 2 cars split up or if they stay together on the bottom. Where are they going to go? Oh, they both stayed low. SKR dives high, so let's go. Let's see what happens here with these boys. And how about this? SKR is in the top row. All 4 of their cars, bumper to bumper. And then Frankie's going to line up behind them, but wow, this is going to be, I believe, the first time all race that all of them are connected together, so that's pretty cool to see. Coming down to the start-finish line, the inside line still has more cars, so let's see which one of these lines can get a better jump. Green flag, the 24 car did not push the 43 that much. Car Freak's going to the lead, I'm not sure if he's clear. He is not clear, they are still dead even going off into turn 1. Oh, they both got a pretty even restart there. Pudge is going to dive low. Car Freak's going to dive low. Wow, actually, Lone got way ahead of them coming out of turn 1. Draythick is stuck on the outside. He's trying to get in with his team. It's not going to work. Too much pushing power in that train. Clone fell back to 5th place right now as Draythick's going to slide on back. God, when you watch this replay, just the amount of lag in this game is so just insane. what's even more insane to me is that GT Sport had almost none. Like, if you saw someone spazzing and jumping in GT Sport, it's because they probably were running on, like, a tinfoil antenna for their Wi-Fi. Oh, everybody's shaking. One of the Hendrick cars goes up to the outside. I'm not sure who that was. One of these cars is way in the back. It's actually Van Gogh in that 42 car. Oh, once again, just terrifying camera angle. Garfreak's trying to stay with Lone. Pudge is giving him a crazy push. Codine to the outside. Fabi just got into him. They might be 3 wide in the back. Nope, that worked itself out. A little bit of a gap here. Pudge fell off of the 14. Lone is still leading. That's looking good for his laps led counter. Look at Clone. He's just... What lane is Clone in? The answer is yes. Carfreak got a huge shunt to the outside. He barely was able to get back in line in front of the 2 car. That almost caused a big one. Looking back to the pack, they're getting pretty touchy-feely happy back here. Hendrick cars are all lined up together. Oh God, I saw Fabi and Clone get really close. Yep, the 2 cars around. Where is he? Where is he? There he is. And I do believe that is another caution flag. I always have to listen, because if I hear their cars like coasting or letting off the gas, that tells me that they're not going race speed anymore. It looks like Carfreak got caught up in that too, because he is no longer in second place. Somehow that 3 car's up in second place. Yeah, it's an unfortunate part when it lags this bad, because the lag just, it sucks, dude. It absolutely sucks. Yeah, Pudge is running that 2W car. Pudge and Carfreak did something cool for this race. The Oshkosh Heritage Series started back when we were in Season 1 of Xfinity and Season 3 of this Cup Series. That car that Pudge is driving is actually the first car he drove on the Oshkosh Camaro. And same with this 14 car. That's the identical car that Carfreak drove on his first Camaro. And they both decided to bring back their Oshkosh schemes, since SKR is now in the Cup Series, because back then they ran SKR and just Oshkosh. Did anybody stay out? I don't think so. Literally every car is coming down pit lane. Do a pit stop here with the 2W car. Man, tires must not be a big factor here today, because I'm trying to see tires in a pit stop and nobody's getting tires. Sensing like a Lightning McQueen tongue-tied situation if nobody takes tires. Alright, so Clone is out front in that 3 car. How about that? And again, y'all, Clone is one of, if not the biggest Dale Earnhardt fan I've ever met. And he's very, I would say, honored to drive that specific 3 car, because that's the car that Earnhardt drove himself in the 98 500 that he won with. And now he finally gets to pace this field with that car. He's got his teammate lined up right behind him. Coming down to the choose cone. Holy outside. I don't know who that was, but that looked like possibly Codine was really late on that lane choice. Holy outside cars! I think that's 7 in the outside. Yeah, 7 outside, 5 inside. Okay, so if those 7 top cars can freight train the 5 on the inside, I'll actually be genuinely impressed. And here we go. Clone Fabi front row, Carfreak Frankie second row. Green flag is out. Great push by both of the second row cars. Ooh, the push that Fabi got, I almost thought he was going to be able to get out there and possibly clear the 3. Frankie dives low to get in behind the 14. I almost thought Frankie was going to clip the 4 car. Pudge is going to try to make it 3 wide. He kind of does. Codine gets screwed. Pudge is going to stay behind the 4 car. Now he's going to try to duck low. Drathik gives him a huge shunt. Oh, God, they're beating and banging 3 wide there for a second. Josh cannot pass under the yellow. Bobby's stuck in no man's land. He's just trying to get in line where he can. He's going to hop in front of Puggy. Oh! Frankie's going to get turned and spun by the 43 car. 28 is spinning a huge pile up. 43 is around 28. And the 48. Looks like Lone got reset. That is easily a 3 or 4 car pile up. Oh my god. Looks like it's just actually 3 cars, but pff, that was still a big one. Yikes, man. I love how, like, the camera and myself, we're focused on something else happening in the race, talking about whoever, and then all of a sudden a different car on the camera spins out and it just kind of... So Pudge certainly rebounded a little bit. He started, or not started, he was in 11th place on that last restart. Now he's all the way up to 4th place. Got 3 of the RCR cars here together. Also, in case you're wondering, the 66 car did park it. It was getting really late for him, so he is no longer in this race, unfortunately. So the 88 and the 17 didn't show up today because they were both busy. And then the 16 and the 66 both had to leave because they couldn't stay on late enough to finish the race. So that's 16 cars that we could have in a future event, and I am quite nervous about that, but I also look forward to it. Alright, so let's see how the cars are split up this time. It looks like it's 5-7 again. This time 7 went to the inside. They're going to try to be a little bit smarter with it. And here we go, coming down to the start-finish line. Car Freak gave the 3 car a huge shunt. I thought Josh might have tried to hop in front of the 14, but I think Fabi gave him a really big shot in return. Yikes, it looks like Josh is still stuck on the outside. Codine's stuck up there with him. How about Frankie? He's all the way back up in 6th place thanks to that choose cone going the way it did. Again, they can get single filed out pretty easily, but then once we get to these laggy, bumping, bouncing in the corners, that's when it gets a little lethal. Car Freak's to the outside. I think he got bumped out. He's going to try to get in line where he can. They are 3 wide there for a second back here. Holy crap, 99 just obliterated the 14. Josh is trying not to go all the way to the back, but I think he's going to have to. Quite literally, he's going to have to go to dead last because nobody is letting him up. Actually, Van Gogh's still back here, so never mind on that. Clone is still leading. Fabi's behind him, pushing. These 2 guys were teammates last season on Stuart Haas, and right now Stuart Haas has not entered in this league for this season for the first time ever, funny enough. Oh, God! Drathik and Pudge getting pushy. Oh, oh, my God. Oh, my God. 4 cars shaky, going under the yellow. Looks like the 99 got shunted out. Car Freak's back up to, I believe that's 6th place. Car Freak is in between 2 Lowe's cars. Fabianski to the outside. Here comes Pudge up on Clone's bumper. That didn't work. Fabi's going to get right back in line. Car spinning in the back. Not sure who that is. Come on, camera. Go back, 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 back. It is Clutch in that 24 car. That should be another caution. Another car spinning up here now. Codine in the 29. That's sketchy. He's going to spin out 2, coming out of 2. I'm not really sure what happened. Looks like Clutch is okay. I was too busy focused on the 24 that I just saw an arrow going sideways on the track map. They're still racing. Huh? So, forget everything I just said, and I just had the cameras off the spotlight there for a second, so I guess we're still green. Lone is up in the wall. So drivers do have the ability to call caution if they spin out, but they also have the ability not to, and if they don't call caution, we stay green. So yeah, they're staying green here right now. And you got 200 cars trying to lead this second pack. Wow, you got Car Freak and Puggy way in the back. I think whatever just happened back there in those couple of little incidents, that just, it kind of stirred up the field a lot. How about Drathik to the front? It looks like Drathik is going to lead that lap. Add his name to the lap leaders. Holy crap. Again, if you have fastest lap, you get bonus points. If you have most laps led, you get bonus points. If you were in the 2 car, you're going to spin out. Pudge and Fabi both just spun out going through turn 2. Now that's a multi-car. That is an instant caution. No debate about that one. We might want to look back on that because that happened pretty stinking quickly, actually. Okay, so now the caution's out. Let's go back and look at this. We're going to look at Pudge's front bumper cam. Wow, he just dove low, went under the yellow, and just completely lost it, and Fabi lost it in front of him. You see Fabi in a smoke ball up there, still trying to catch his car. Okay, so yeah, that will happen, because a lot of these guys, you know, they'll get loose going that fast, getting all of that push, and I've seen it kind of all night. If they dive under that yellow line, their car is just bound to get loose. Alright, when they cross the start-finish line this time, there will be 10 laps to go. And I'm guessing they're going to open pits this time. Now again, y'all, just like IRL, the Daytona 500 is the most coveted race of the season. And unfortunately, it's one of the most, I don't want to sound hypocritical here, but it's kind of the most luck-based race. The lag really makes it luck-based, just because you could have the fastest tune, you could have the fastest car, but it still comes down to if you can catch some luck with all the laggy drivers around you. How about this? Clone is going to come out in first place again. That might have just put him in the perfect position to try to win this race. Also, sorry if I'm going silent. I am just really sniffly here today. I do not know why. Alright, so right now SKR is 1, 2, 3. Petty is back in 4th. What the heck? I'm not sure what Pudge is doing. I guess Pudge is in 7th place, but here we go. Choose cone. Josh goes high. A couple other cars go high with him. We got Fabi, Pudge, 48, 29. Looks like it's going to be another 5-7 split. Alright, all spotlight is on this front section here. SKR has 3 cars in the first 3 spots on the inside line. Hendrick Motorsports and RCR have the first 2 cars in the outside line. Here we go, coming down to the green flag. 9 to go. Holy, what a push. Oh, God, Drathik's going to get spun around on that restart. Caution's back out again. That looked exactly like what happened when we first started this stage. One of the cars either didn't go or went a little bit too much, and Drathik ended up taking the hit for it. Alright, so I guess we'll try that again. How about this, though, man? Josh, the new rookie driver, driving the number 5 for Hendrick. He's going to be battling in points for that Rookie of the Year prize. And obviously battling for the championship, too. Anybody can win a championship. You just got to really put a good season together. And again, the point system for Nationwide and Cup, that's what really makes it different this season, because it's not like IRL. IRL has a thing where the last 4 cars, the top 4 I should say, in points, go to Phoenix, and whoever finishes ahead of the rest of them wins the championship. This season is going to be like an old school Winston season where there's a point system, there's the playoffs, there's like minor point resets in the playoffs, but it's still points. Whoever has the highest points at the final race is going to win. Green flag is out. That was a pretty dead even restart, because really nobody got that good of a push. Clone just dove high! What a move that was, and that's going to push Car Freak to the lead, I do believe. Yeah, Car Freak dives low in front of the 5 car. Oh my, I can't believe Clone just did that. Clone just dove high behind the 14 car and helped him get to the lead, but that endpoint kind of screwed him up in the outside. Can't tell if Josh is to the outside. Looks like he was for a second. Lone's going to go to the outside. He's going to get a little bit of a door from the 4 car. And now Lone is stuck in the outside. He's not going to be able to get back in line for a little bit yet. Josh is looking to the outside. Car Freak's going to stay low. Oh, Fabi almost pushed 5 to the outside. Looks like he might do it. All these guys are trying to stay absolutely glued to that yellow line. Oh, Pudge got shifted out by the 48 car. 5 car's going to get shifted up. Fabi's going to try to go with them. Nope, he's not going yet. How about Clone to the outside? Here he comes. Not going to be able to do much, though. He's going to get freight trained again. He's just going to go further back. Pudge and Clone are both going towards the back. That is not the right direction. Oh, it's getting really shaky up here near the front. I thought Josh was going to go high, then he dove low again. Everybody's still good. Everybody's still together in this train. There's been no derailments yet. Fabi's going to go to the outside. Nobody's going to go with him. I almost thought Frankie would have, but no. Oh! Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God! Lone is sideways. He's going to get in front of the 48 car. Oh, God. 48 got reset. Go back up to this. 24 is sideways. The 43 is sideways. That's a multi-car crash. Caution is out. At least 3 cars were involved. A couple of more got slowed down as they were crashing. Yikes. Alright, so Lone is going to be back in 10th. Then 2 Hendrick boys are going to be back in 11th and 12th. Clutch looks like he's stalled that sucker out, but he's good. They are going to do a pit cycle for everybody that wants it. Pudge is going to dive down pit lane. I mean, why not? If you're that far to the back, you might as well try something. Oh boy, well, Car Freak is your leader in that 14 car. Now again, this field tonight has 3 past 500 winners. Car Freak won Season 3, Drathik won Season 4, and Fabi won last season's in Season 5. Funny enough, Car Freak and Fabi are running 1-2, so the top 2 right now have won this race before. They've been in this position, they know what to do, but I think it's going to be an absolute bloodbath to the finish line. Now, we do have a rule in place, well actually, this is just like IRL, where a green-white checker can happen, and what that essentially is, basically, we need to have at least 2 green flag laps to go back green before the end of the race, and if we don't, we have to finish the current replay that we're on, the race, and then we have to start a new one and do the green-white checkered, and then a green-white checkered obviously is, you go green for 1 lap, when you come around you take the white, and then once the white flag comes out, any flag can end the race, be it caution or checkered, and then if a caution comes out before they take the white, they will line them back up and retry it. And Clone looks like he's going to throw a Hail Mary because he's going to line up in the outside. This... Yes, we do. 6 by 6 to finish this race. There are just 4 laps to go in the Daytona 500. And here we go. SKR on the front row. Fabi Drathik row 2. Coming down to the green flag. Here we go. Drathik gave Clone a really nice shot, but Fabi is staying glued on the Car Freak's bumper. Oh man, Clone is stuck on that outside. He's not getting a very good push at all, actually. But again, most of that comes from the lag, which is unfortunate. Drathik's a little bit shaky in that high line. Everybody's shaky in the low line. What am I talking about? Outside line is still sticking together even though they're falling off pace. Oh, I thought Clone had a gap there in front of the 48 car, but he was not able to clear it, unfortunately. Oh god, Clone up into the wall. They're getting really bouncy. Oh god, Clone is up into the wall again thanks to that hit. And Drathik is going to go sideways. 28-3 and the 2. Quite literally, 3 SKR cars just crashed in the back. Caution is out. That is... That's kind of laughable in my opinion, because I can't believe that 3 guys just crashed and they're all on the same team. Oh my god. So right now, SKR is doing great in this race. They have a car in the leader, and then they occupy the back 3 spots. It looked like Drathik was below the 3 car, and when he tried to go high to stay in front of him, I'm guessing Clone was already there. And yeah, that started it. Alright, so they do have to go green this time to decide this winner, because there needs to be at least 2 laps to go. And here's the thing, if a caution comes out before we take the white flag in this, we will have to go to a green-white checkered. So here's your choose cone. Hendrick's going to go high. Who else is going to join them? There's Codine in the 29. Pudge from way in the back, he's just going to go up there, because why not? Now all of a sudden he's the 4th car in line on the high side. Car's still way in the back. I think that's the 28. I do believe he's going to go high as well. All right, here we go. This is not a green-white. This is just a regular attempt at the restart, but here we go. The Daytona 500, 2 laps to settle it, hopefully. Coming down to the start-finish line. Green flag is out. And what a push from that 48 car. Josh might be able to get to the lead. Not clear. He was not clear to get in front of the 14, but he is able to bully his way to the lead. Hendrick Motorsports to the lead. Car Freak, oh my God, Car Freak's really loose, almost going under that yellow. And we have a car spinning in the back. Who is it? It is Codine. We're waiting from the ruling. Oh God, multi-car. There's another car spinning. It might be... Oh, it's Clone in the 3 car. He's spinning out too. All right, so caution is officially out, so that does mean that we have to go to a green-white checkered. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, so I must make sure everybody knows that for this race, we actually did have multiple green-white attempts. And again, just for the case of not making this video too long, I am going to go just to the final green-white checkered attempt. So there we go. So that was the final stage of the Daytona 500, just absolutely insane. Alright, so now we have to go boot up the green-white replay. Shout out NFRL by those logos. But here we go. I want to thank you all for watching. At one point, I saw like 10, 12 people watching, so really appreciate you, all of you. All right, display all, do all of that good stuff. Something we will not have in these videos, we will not have a burnout thing, and we also will not have a race winner interview, because obviously these races already happened, but here we go. Now here's the thing. I'll lightly explain this so I don't get into the deep specifics of it, but via the NFRL rulebook, with something that happened, these cars are lined up right now where they need to be. So this is the final green-white attempt. Or now you got Car Freak and Clutch on the front row. You got Fabi and Draythick, row 2. Then you got Pudge and Josh, row 3. Clone and I believe that's Puggy in row 4. Then you got 4 more cars lined up in the back of the inside row. And again, the inside row has 8 cars in it. And also, the outside row has just SKR in it. So there's a lot of different strategies here going for this final restart. Alright, well here we go. These cars are all lined up. And again, they're going to go green. They're going to attempt to get to the white flag. And then once they get to the white, the next flag will end it, be it caution or checkered. How about Clutch, man? He's been pretty fast tonight in that 24 car. Trying to bring speed to Hendrick Motorsports. Hendrick Motorsports is really trying to put themselves on the map in this league. There's been a looming darkness with that team, but Frankie and them are going to try to turn that around. Alright, y'all, here we go. This is NFRL Season 6 Daytona 500 final green-white checkered attempt. Here we go. A rookie and an all-time veteran on the front row, and then 2 more veterans in row 2. Green flag is out. Here we go. Fabi gave the 24 a huge shot, but then Draythick is able to return the favor and give the 14 a huge shot. There goes Car Freak to the lead. He is clear. He is going to dive low. You got 2 SKR cars stuck on the outside. Actually, Draythick is in 3rd. I didn't think he actually was able to get low, but there you go. Pudge is trying to get low. He's not going to be able to do it. He's trying to squeeze in there, but he can't. Oh, he can't squeeze in there. Nope, it closed. Holy crap. Nobody's wrecking yet. Oh, God, Pudge got loose. Pudge is getting really loose around that 5 car. Clutch is going under the yellow. They are all getting spaced out behind this 14 car. Fabi is up to 2nd place in that 4 car, and here we go. Coming to the white flag. 1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank. The biggest race of the season in the most premier series. Fabi is to the lead on the outside, but Clone is going to push the 14 back to it. Holy crap, SKR running 1-2. Oh God, there's a couple of cars spinning, it looks like. There's 1 car spinning. Nope, they're going to stay green. They're going to let him race it back. Fabi's going to spin out. That was the 4 car, and here we go. SKR 1-2. Does Clone stay loyal, or does he try to pass? Coming out of turn 4, Puggy is trying to get there. He won't. Cloney's going to give Car Freak a huge shot, and Car Freak is going to win his second career Daytona 500. Clone stayed loyal. He could have dove high to try to pass, but he wanted to make sure SKR got that victory. That was a very, very loyal move on Clone's part in that 3 car. And unfortunately, the replay just cut off just like that, but... Alright, so again, these videos are going to end a little bit awkwardly just because, you know, it's not an actual live thing or anything, but there you have it. Again, race winners for week 1. Pudge took Winston and Oshkosh, and then Down East was able to win the nationwide race in the 16 car, and now Car Freak was able to win the Daytona 500 with a lot of help from his team. Clone obviously gave him the shunt there at the end to take it, but obviously all of his team was helping everybody there. This is the first and likely the only time SKR will ever be in the top series, so they certainly made a statement by coming out here tonight to take the 500. And again, I must say, I was a part of this race. It was very much fun to be in this race. The lag sucked, the caution sucked, but you know what? It's still NASCAR racing, and it's still what we all love. And again, there were 16 drivers slated to start tonight, or not tonight, the other night. And I want to thank everybody who makes this league possible. And hey, I hope y'all like this, because I'm going to try to do this every week. Now, there might be times where I'm either just completely swamped with other things I'm doing, or I just simply won't have the time. But if y'all like this NFRL Race of the Week, just let me know, man. Just if you want these streams to keep coming, I'm going to do my best to keep them going. Again, if I had more time, I would try to do most of the races, if not all of them. But I think just selecting one race to do in the week's time is good. And you never know. Winston might win that one time, and in that case, that's going to be a full-length race, which would be really cool. But again, y'all, this is the NFRL NASCAR Fantasy Racing League. That was the race of the week for week 1 of season 6 in a 30-week season. And again, I want to thank y'all so much, all the viewers, for this. My channel blew up last year because of a few Skinner videos I posted, but hey, y'all are still subscribers. I appreciate every single one of you. And again, thank y'all so much for watching, and we will see you next time for the NASCAR Fantasy Racing League.